Fundamentals of welding. These are the contents of the slides: welding, history of welding, classification, arc welding, AC arc welding and DC arc welding, equipment used in arc welding, advantages and disadvantages of arc welding, and applications of arc welding. Now, what is welding? Welding is a materials joining process which produces coalescence of materials by heating them to suitable temperatures with or without application of pressure. We can also use filler materials if required. Welding is mainly used for making permanent joints, which includes automobile bodies, aircraft frames, railway wagons, machine frames, structural work, tanks, furniture, boilers, general repair work, and shipbuilding. Welding was used history of welding. Welding was used in the construction of the iron pillar in Delhi, India, which is erected about 310 AD and weighing 5.4 metric tons. Further, welding was transformed during the 19th century. In 1802, Russian scientist Vasily Petrov discovered the electric arc and subsequently proposed its possible practical applications, which includes welding. Now, the classification on the basis of filler material. On the basis of filler material, welding has been classified into solid-state welding and fusion welding. Further, fusion welding is classified into autogeneous welding, homogeneous welding, and heterogeneous welding. In autogeneous welding, there is no filler material is used. In homogeneous welding, the filler material is used which has the same composition as the base metal. In heterogeneous welding, the filler material is used which has the different composition from the base material. Now, another classification on the basis of energy used is welding processes are classified as gas welding, which includes air acetylene welding, oxyacetylene welding, oxyhydrogen welding, pressure gas welding. The second classification is arc welding, which includes carbon arc welding, SMAW, SAW, GTAW, MIG welding, electroslag welding, and plasma. The third classification is resistance welding, which includes spot welding, seam welding, projection welding, flash butt welding, resistance butt welding, high frequency resistance welding, and perfusion. The solid state welding includes cold welding, explosive welding, friction welding, roll welding, diffusion welding, forge welding, hot pressure, and ultrasonic welding. The another classification termed as thermochemical welding, which use thermochemical energy, which includes thermite welding, atomic hydrogen welding. The last classification goes with radiant energy welding, in which unconventional method of weldings are used like electron beam welding, laser beam. Now, the arc welding. So the arc welding is a type of welding process using an electric arc to create heat to melt and join the metal. Basically, electric arc welding is a fusion welding. Arc welding is a fusion welding process which used to join the metals. An electric arc from an AC or DC power supply creates an intense heat of around 6500 degree Fahrenheit, which melts the metal at the joint between two workpieces. Further, The arc can be either manually or mechanically guided along the line of the joint, while the electrode either simply carries the current or conducts the current and melts into the weld pool at the same time to supply filler metal to the joint. As you can see the same in the schematic. Here we can see that workpiece is connected to one terminal of the welding machine and electrode is connected to the another terminal of the welding machine. Now the equipments which are used in arc welding are AC welding generator, which can be AC or DC, two cables, one to connect the workpiece and one to connect the electrode, an electrode holder, electrode which can be coated or non-coated, protective shield, gloves, wire brush, chipping hammer, and goggles. Now, there is a categorization in arc welding which goes like AC arc welding and DC arc welding. AC or alternating current arc welding and DC, which stands for direct current. Alternating current and direct current are the two different types of electric current that are used in the welding process. AC arc welding is commonly used for downhand heavy plate welds, fast fills with aluminum TIG welding with high frequency, while DC welding is better for welding thinner metals. Also, the equipment used for DC arc welding are also cheaper than the AC arc welding. You can see the difference between AC and DC arc welding in the schematic given below. The specification of AC arc welding machinery are AC transformer, which should be step-down transformer and oil-cooled with three-phase supply. The current rating is 50 to 400 ampere. The open circuit voltage must be between 50 to 90 volts. The energy consumption must be 4 kilowatt per hour kg of metal deposit. Power factor is about 0.4 and the energy efficiency must be 85%. The specification for DC arc welding are DC generator with 3-phase motor generator set and 50 Hz supply. Current rating is about 125 to 600 ampere. The open circuit voltage must be 30 to 80 volts. The arc voltage is about 20 to 40 volts. Energy consumption is about 6 to 10 kilowatt hour per kg of deposit. Power factor is about 0.4. Efficiency must be 60%. Advantages and disadvantages of AC arc welding and DC arc welding. The main advantages are most efficient way to join metals. Means arc welding is the most efficient method to join metals. Second, it has the lowest cost to join any metal, or we can say lowest cost joining method. Advantages and disadvantages of arc welding. It is the most efficient way to join the metals. Arc welding has the lowest cost to join the metals. It affords lighter weight through better utilization of materials. It joins all commercial metals. It provides design flexibility. The disadvantages of arc welding include high labor cost, high energy consumption, non-convenient for disassembly, and the defects are hard to detect at a joint. So these are the some advantages and disadvantages of arc welding. Now, the of major application of arc welding includes aerospace industries use gas tungsten arc welding in many joining areas, most especially in sheet metal. Most fabrication industries use GTAW, which stands for gas tungsten arc welding, for welding thin workpieces, especially non-ferrous metals. Arc welding is used extensively in manufacturing space vehicles. It is used for welding parts of small diameter, thin wall tubing, making it applicable in bicycle industry. The GTAW types of arc welding are used to make nut or first pass weld for piping of various sizes. So these are the major application field for arc welding. So these are the some references for the content which is used in this presentation.